All right, y'all. Good morning. Happy Friday. Hope y'all are doing well today. Today's going to be a shorter stream because, yeah, we work second shift. So, we are going to try to get some stuff done. Corhone, Hardware Joe, Colby, and Zach, welcome in. Calls for coffee. Yes, I just grabbed mine. It's too hot to drink right now, but hey, it's here. Gamer, welcome in. We're going to unlock the slider today. That's probably going to be one of the... I don't want to say the first things we do, but it'll be something that we do in this stream. We'll get the slider out. It's pretty easy to unlock, honestly. So we'll do that here. Not too bad. Red 13, welcome in. It's a pretty straightforward mission. You just basically pull the semi-trailer from where you get, yeah, metal beams and metal rolls. It's right back here. Just pull this to the area, repair, refuel him, call it good. Good to go. That's, I think, what we're going to do right now. I need to do worth its weight in gold, so I'll probably touch this here as well. I'll just get a vehicle out just to do it, and maybe like a 2 slaughter, and just rip this one out. I don't think this is too bad of a mission, so 6 minutes anyways. And then easy but greasy. This, I probably should bring a vehicle down here to just siphon most of this stuff out of here. That's probably what I will do, actually, is just maybe... The Kenworth's definitely very much so high on fuel, so I'm not going to do that. Or maybe I can, pending what he is actually... Let's see where his tank's at. Oh my goodness, he still has like almost full. Okay. We might have to grab a fuel tanker and just kind of fill that up, but we'll do that here shortly. Haven't had the opportunity to get back on SnowRunner? Hey, well, it's always going to be there, you know, so... Alright, let's grab something to pull this out of here. So something I do need to take into account is I have to refuel the slider. If we look at the actual mission at hand, I think it's called... What is the slider mission? I forget what it's called. This will be the last one. I think it's called Flexible Solution. Yeah. So I need to I just need to refuel him. Don't need to repair, just refuel. Okay, cool. So I can just take something with maybe a roof rack on it, and I also have the Transstar down here that probably could throw some fuel his way, pending... Maybe. We'll see. So let's do this. Actually, let's do this first. Am I excited about Rowcraft? Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in, by the way, Death Row. You know what? I have something in the field that I probably could just use that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's already here. He's out in the field. He's refueled. He's ready to go. Let's just go grab this, pull this out of here. But then again, he doesn't have chain tires. I want something with chain tires right now. Something that is fuel efficient with chain tires. I could just pull out, but you know what? I haven't pulled him out. Let's put some chains on him real quick and just do this. Yeah, let's do this. Saddle high is already on. GG's. Okay, let's go. Mickey, welcome in. Alexander, welcome in. There is a surprising, yes, there was a very surprising amount of fuel on this map. That is something I've come to understand. Very much so surprising. I could take the Dan down there. That could be an option. Take the Dan and then grab that fuel out of that trailer. Wait a second. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. I need to change the gearbox out of this, I think. It's crazy. 5 years old, yeah. 5 years old. I have the special. Wait, let me look up its multi-purpose real quick, because I think the multi-purpose has an all-wheel drive penalty. It might not, actually. I forget this one. I don't think it does. Gearbox. No, it's 0%. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put this on. It's a 0% all-wheel drive penalty. This will give me some speed too. It's a pretty decent gearbox. It's one of the worst trucks out there? Wait, why? Why is it one of the worst trucks out there? I need to put this down. That's a pretty strong statement there. It's your top 5 in all time? Yeah, it's definitely a game that I've come to love, yeah. Well, I don't think there's no way this thing should actually have low saddle. Like, it's a truck above 55-inch tires. There's no way it should have low saddle ever. The gate is up. It's up. It's rising. It's way too big. I will say it is way too big. That is definitely a downside of the Slater. It is absolutely very much so large. Why is my roof rack not attached? I need to remedy that. So I might have to use that roof rack. Oh, Plaid's amazing. Plaid is definitely, I think, probably in the top 4. I actually would argue the Plaid. Yeah, I don't know. I'd actually argue Plaid is better than Mastodon. Oh, sorry, looking at chat. Slam me into poles. You make one mistake, you end up rolling it or something else? So, I don't think you'll end up rolling it. Because it's actually very quite stable. I mean, I've sent it off cliffs. I think Zing has either a YouTube short or a video of him sending it off of a side of a cliff as well. Like sideways with 6 slots of cargo, and it literally just... yeah. Stayed on its wheels like it was nothing. So, I mean, it's very stable. I would prefer the Plaid probably more, though. Should you buy 3 $1 scratchers? I don't know, man. What are those? What are those? Like lottery tickets? I don't know. That's totally your call, my man. Yeah, it soaks a lot of damage. It's loud. It's loud, it's slow. As an off-roader, it's loud, it's very slow as an off-roader. Its front end tends to get caught on things. It's almost like an Azov 7, but just larger. And yeah, it has, you know, most add-ons in the game. But I think I said this already, but just listening to the Mastodon's engine is enough to just deter me from ever using it. Oh, scratch offs? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not really a guy to ask about those things. GMC or Fleet Star? In Black River? I say if you don't have all-wheel drive upgrade for GMC, I'm probably gonna say Fleet Star just to be safe because you have all-wheel drive plus diff lock. What's up, Ned? Welcome in. How much fuel do you have? Actually, you could be a good candidate for taking that fuel from over there. What's up, Doc? Welcome in. Whoa, chill out here. I think the more and more I take a look at, I think that the tier list is going to shift. I think the tier list is going to have a massive shift, and I think a lot of people are going to be very, very upset. Or maybe not. But yeah, I think the tier list is going to change a good bit. Don't end the stream 5 seconds after I joined yesterday. Well, you were very late. While I do wish I could stream all day, sad to say I just cannot today. Yeah, I just cannot. Why change it? In what way? I think some trucks are going to change. Truck positions, but I think the length of the tier list is going to change drastically. I'm going to shorten it very much so. Kind of like how I've been shortening the reviews on trucks. I've been shortening things up, kind of making it a little bit clearer, concise. I definitely want to keep it where it's not a scripted video like the reviews are. So I'll probably, you know, keep it kind of informal, I would say, where I just kind of press record and just vomit my thoughts for a second on something. But I think if nothing has changed, like no truck position has changed from like where I've placed it before, I'm not really going to touch on it that much just because I've spoke about it multiple times. I think I've talked about this on stream before. But I think things like the plaid, like I think the position of the plaid is going to change a little bit. Some other things as well. I think I just have kind of changed my perspective a little bit on some things. What's up, Funky? Welcome in. Carol, welcome in. Peter, welcome in. Be cool to see some random boulders rolling down. That would be kind of cool, right? Yeah, I think the 605R is always going to be there. So the thing is, like, if you actually look at my tier list, I prefaced the video by stating how I actually rank the heavy vehicles. It's a very tough class to rank, but ones that are similar, yeah, I rank those a little bit differently. So like 605R, during Season 4, people were absolutely astounded with its add-ons. Lo and behold, 4 years later, people say it has lack of. So it's funny how perspective changes, right? And I think that's just because Sabre has just gifted us massive add-ons, massive trucks, and I think that's been a mistake. But I've beat that horse dead, so I don't want to really kind of talk on that too much. But I think the sheer fact that one, the 605R is clearly one of the best off-roaders in the game. Its tires are amazing. Its power to weight is in like what I would feel like a sweet spot. Its pulling power is exceptional, or I would probably say around elite, because of its power to weight ratio being, I think, in some type of sweet spot. And yes, it doesn't have the highest sitting saddle in the game, but I think there haven't been areas, even when I pull things with high saddle, that I've been really worried about. Like, yeah, if it gets caught. I mean, the other day we pulled it on the second map here, and it's caught its legs and it literally pulled through without winching. Similar things happened with that same vehicle on Season 4, where the legs would catch on something and it would just drag it through without having to winch. So things like that. I've ran it against pulling power tests against this vehicle. I think even the Kenworth, stuff like that. It's just a very good vehicle overall. It's, how do I say this? It's very trustworthy. And you can drive it absolutely almost without care. And I think that is a very big indicator of a vehicle's strength, is if you can just throw it at the game and not really worry. It's a C500 S tier. I would probably say it's pretty high. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm doing well, Peter. Well, how are you, man? Does that make sense? Yo, Emil, welcome in. I think the other day, like me using the 605R, like pulling those trailers, I mean, you did see me get caught. You did see my legs catch. I did have to winch in some areas. Some areas I just pulled through it. Was it annoying? No. Did I feel safe? Yeah, I didn't feel like I was in trouble at all, pretty much. What's up, Bone? Welcome in. What's my opinion on mods? Oh gosh. Mateo, welcome in. Good to see you. Elephant when? Coming up right now, dude. I'm going to literally... I need to outfit this with a roof rack so I can kind of refuel him completely. And then, yeah. Appreciate the lurk, my man. Yeah, Elephant's coming up, but I'm not going to use him that much right now. Not you. You flipped it like 4 times in Dawn. I think... if I can count the times I've flipped the 605R, it's probably on one hand in 5 years. Or 4 years, because it came out, yeah. I can't believe I didn't do this. I can't believe I haven't had this on here. That's totally my fault. But I mean, yeah, C500 is absolutely a strong option. It's always kind of have been. It always will be, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this truck down to yeah, siphon that fuel. Yeah, I mean, even without the 51s, I mean, you could go back to my playthrough of my newest rendition of hard mode and look at that vehicle in Kola Peninsula, pulling the bridge walk I did the cliff walk with the plane parts I did with the C500 47-inch tires, pulling cargo in Yukon with it, 47-inch tires. I mean, it didn't care. I mean, it was slow in a lot of places, but every truck is slow in those places, so it's impressive. 51s or not, it's impressive. What's up, Richard? Welcome in. Bison, welcome in. Alright, so what's everyone's plans for the weekend? Anyone doing anything fun? C500 greater than the Mac defense or not? That's a tough one. I did a video, Mac defense versus, or Mac, I wouldn't say Mac defense, I'll say Mac pinnacle. I would actually rate the Mac pinnacle against the C500, which I have a video on. And I'm probably going to tell you, if you're talking performance, I'm probably going to say Mac pinnacle. If you're talking swag factor, like if you're just adding the swag factor, I prefer the C500 just because, well, it looks better. And that's pretty much why I probably would prefer it. But it's undeniable that, yeah, the Mac pinnacle is better pulling power, better consumption, far better consumption, better pulling power. Stability is questionable with which one is more stable. I think that's kind of questionable because, well, C500 has like a bilaterally tied rear suspension, which kind of can get it in trouble, I would say. But overall, I think its suspension. I'd say its balance is stability is still respectable. Pinnacle, I think, is definitely great balance. I've showed kind of examples of that with its logging frame, logging crane. That can be questionable. I think that's debatable. But when you have a 46-inch tire without any type of like collision mesh underneath your vehicle, and you can go through thick terrain faster than something with a 51-inch tire, kind of says a lot. Why don't you go to Morocco? What do you mean, travel to Morocco? I don't have the cash. Gardening, pressure washing the patio. Oh, nice. I have no plans, just working. I probably need to do some work on my... I need to put like a weather strip or some type of like weather sealant between my foundation of my garage and my driveway. So that's something I need to do. I just haven't done it. I think the swag factor is important, yeah. So like, yeah, I think I definitely enjoy looking at the C500 much more than the Mac Pinnacle. I think the Mac Pinnacle looks good still. It just doesn't look as good as the Mac Defense. Like the Mac Defense is like the best looking Mac in its class. Other than the Terra Pro looks pretty good too. Yo, fellas, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, Mac Defense is a gorgeous looking truck, dude. It's just complete swag factor there. That's another reason I do really like the Mac Defense. It has its own issues, but man, it is just a beautiful vehicle to look at. Even like the 5600 TS, it's hard not to use it. Well, it's actually easy not to use it, let's be real. Because it's hard to use it. But it's beautiful to look at, and it's beautiful to drive. I don't need it. I can keep this on 0% all-wheel drive penalty. It doesn't matter. Okay, I think I have enough fuel to refuel this guy. This is called the Plaid 450. Season 13 truck. You don't like the look of military trucks? I mean, to be quite fair, most of the vehicles in this game had military use. Twin Steer is a good looking vehicle too, actually, yeah. Western Star in itself is just great looking. Wow, the Plaid is actually... oh, as taller than it. But definitely not as wide. My goodness. My goodness, man. Let's go. I think I can drop a little bit of this. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think the Plaid... you know what? Maybe I'll just drag you back to the garage. Let's go. P16 looks great too as well, yeah. P512 is another good looking one. All good ones, yeah. Yeah, the Mac Terra Pro, yeah, it's a, I think around here they use it as a garbage truck. I see it all the time. I think he still has... what map can you find the elephant on? The harbor. The harbor on season 15. Yeah, I think Mercer has that old looking appeal, which is kind of cool too. Yeah, it definitely has some aesthetic appeal. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's in neutral. I can see the slack coming undone. Okay, good. Good stuff. That's what I want to see. Good thing we have chains. What's the best truck if you just started? The trucks you find, my man. I will say this. If you jump ahead and grab the best trucks in the game via going to YouTube channels, I'll say this. With respect to them, you're going to ruin your experience. Because what's going to happen is those vehicles that you're going to find or people are going to tell you to get, they're going to crush the game, and you're going to have, after about 50 to 100 hours of just pressing the gas and the truck doing everything for you and you not having to worry about much other than just pressing the gas and looking at missions, it's going to get boring, and then you're probably going to quit the game. What I would say is play the game from start to finish. Michigan, Alaska, Tamir, season 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the way through. Yeah. Play with the trucks you find, and then as you increase cash, add some more. But I think there's a high satisfaction and a very high reward to just learn the game and enjoy the natural progression of vehicles you find and vehicles you acquire along the journey. So then you come to appreciate, well, older vehicles. You also appreciate the strong ones because they make things easier in a lot of ways. Then also, like, yeah, you learn to play the game, and when you learn to play the game, I think your enjoyment increases. I don't know if that answers your question. But I can, if you really just want the short answer, I can give you a short version. Like, if you just really want me to name a truck, I can definitely just name it off for you. The Plaid is the season 13. Yeah, Plaid is season 13. That's gonna be all Almaty. Yeah, Plaid is all Almaty. What's up, SD1? Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. The platypus, yeah. You're welcome. I mean, I can, if you really want me to name a few trucks, I can do that for you if you really want to. But, yeah, I've been down the road of using the best trucks when you first start. It's a journey, I think, that I regret in this. Hey, what's up, Lee? Welcome in. But then again, I'm not really. Yeah, it's just my small perspective, I would say. Lednor, good to see you. Okay, I'm gonna just like let these marinate here. Yeah, these are just gonna kind of. Yeah, they're gonna marinate here, I guess. I'm trying to think though. Well, you know what? I can still employ the Plaid for something. Yeah, we'll do something with the Plaid here. Just one small thing. Yeah, one small thing I want to do with the Plaid. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Plaid. probably should put like advanced special in here just because that's a little bit lower of a consumption rate. I think we'll be okay. You used one of the best trucks on this playthrough, to be fair. What do you mean, Jelly Beans? Yeah, I did, absolutely. Which one is that? $64131? Wait, when are you talking about, like in this season 15? But can you go back how many seasons in hard mode and go through my playthroughs and look at when I used the 64131 last? I think there's definitely a good reason why I did that, and why I'm using the Plaid right now, why I use the 605R, just because I've been playing the mid-tier trucks for, oh gosh, let's see, how many seasons have we seen Step 310, CT681, 114SD, stuff like that. Sometimes you just want to play something different. But yeah, I'm talking about the start of the game. Like, I don't think you've ever seen me use the Azov in Michigan or Alaska. Yeah, it's nice to mix it up when later on. I would say if you're going to Tamir and buying the Azov and then coming back to Michigan and Alaska, yeah, I think that's a different story. But using it somewhere like Yukon, Kola Peninsula, Tamir, maps that have difficulty, sure. Why not? It's a beast if you know how to use it. Yeah, I mean, I think if you know how to use any truck, it can increase the performance, right? What's up, Chris? Welcome in. You got the Platinum Trophy? Nice. Yeah, and this is why during the year 3 pass, you've heard me be kind of like, I don't want to say outraged, but I've really been against them just bringing more heavy trucks into the game. Because honestly, I wanted to play something different, like a smaller 6x6 that's not crazy strong. Even though we have gotten smaller 6x6s that have been very, very strong. They're lovely to play, don't get me wrong. They're lovely to play. I am thankful for the new additions, but I kind of wish, I think they're a little late. I'll say that. Use the Mastodon in Michigan? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could pull up Twitch right now and go to the cover page and show you channels right now. And the other day, I actually counted, there was like 20 pages, right, or 20 streams total. And out of those 20 streams, I think it was like 12 of them literally had a Mastodon currently live on their screen playing. It was kind of funny. The Crocodile or Action? They have the Crocodile and Action. They're in the game. Oh, I gotta go fast here. I gotta go fast. Can I reach this? Sure can. What mod truck to get? I'm telling you, if you don't believe me, please, like, just tonight, because like everyone's streaming SnowRunner tonight, please just go to the SnowRunner channel or go to the SnowRunner page on Twitch and just look at the people streaming. I promise you, like, it's... I'm not trying to shame anybody, but like, I'm on a crusade. The crusade is I'm trying to empower people to think a little bit different than using just the Mastodon on Michigan. That was so easy. JJ's using scouts. Yeah, that's something I really enjoy about him. JJ's one of those people who will spend 8 hours just using his winch and his crane to get across Black River without engine power. Why is everyone streaming SnowRunner tonight? They are? Who's everyone? I definitely won't be streaming tonight, sadly. I would like to, but I just can't. Yeah, it was like Crane Runner. Exactly. If you're a newbie and driving nothing but the Mastodon, yeah, you'll learn nothing. That's true, yeah. Well said. Well said. Ouch. You lost 1 dot on the power to weight? No, I haven't. You don't lose engine power until it hits red. It doesn't come into effect until you hit red. Nice, Chris. That's what I like to see, man. Did you have... Chris, let me ask you this. Did you have fun? Like, here, let me ask you this. How was your experience in Michigan? Dude, I'm telling you, people are gonna be like, this guy is the gamer version of hate speech. If you have fun, that's all that matters. Yeah, that is true. At the end of the day, yes. At the end of the day, if you're having fun and you're still playing the game, I will say this, more power to you. That's what I'll say, is more power to you. Okay, let's go do some other stuff with some other vehicles. You know what? I think it's time. I haven't... He's been in timeout, so he's coming out. This poor guy has been in timeout. Wow, look at that color, though. I've had him in timeout for too long. Since season 14. Alright. Thank you for the verse of the day. Appreciate it. You loved every second. Nice, man. Philippians 1:6. I am certain that God who began the good work within you will continue his work until it is finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns. I like that. It's nice, yeah. It's definitely relaxing after a long day, yeah. I'm actually going to... My goodness, dude, so many trucks. I'm gonna pull this off to the side, kind of. CT681 has done a good heap of work here. I'm happy with his performance, but it's a step 310 time. Yeah, it's the 310E time. Am I some kind of priest or what? What do you mean? You don't have to be a priest to speak the good news, my friend. It says, go into all the world and preach the good news. Hey, I will say this. Okay, I'll say this. To backstep here, oh, wow, this snow looks pretty cool. If you are using the Mastodon and all these other strong vehicles in Michigan, and you're still playing the game after 50 hours, 100 hours, and you're still having fun, I will say this, I am absolutely ecstatic for you. I think the reason why I gatekeep so bad is because for me personally, in my experience, when I used strong vehicles starting out, I didn't learn anything. What happened was I became bored. And when I become bored, I move on. I really feel like there's so much depth to this game that you can literally find so much enjoyment with using other things, challenging yourself. So it opens up like a different perspective. That's my only thing I'm going to say. Yo, Yankee, thank you for that 5 months of Prime. Is it 6 months? 5 months of Prime. My man, thank you so much. That is much appreciated. Thank you. Prime subs are free. Because Russia doesn't have roads, yes. That's pretty much it, yes. It's not in the heavy duty class? Yeah, because Russia doesn't have roads. Really. I mean, if you look at some of the videos, they're all crazy off-road trucks. Welcome in, guys. Good to see you. If I did not say hello to you, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome in. It is great to see y'all. We're gonna do something here. I'm actually going to go around. I'm gonna refuel all these trucks and repair them if I can. I need to siphon some fuel. I'll leave him there. I'm not really gonna use the elephant today. I just want to make sure everything's kind of filled up here. Okay. You struggle with sticking one truck like OHD, but ADHD? Yeah, I kind of, sometimes, you know, I get the questions, like people ask me, if I could use one truck to complete the game, they're like, what would you use? I'm like, I wouldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to it. I couldn't bring myself to it. Okay, let's go. I need to actually working this weekend. Yes, sadly, Corey, I am all weekend. Tonight till 12 p.m. Tomorrow till 10. Sunday till 10. I'm taking this down because I'm actually going to, yeah, I wouldn't call them roads. I like the off-road class. I do think the off-road class is centered around like the I guess I'll just call them Eastern European trucks that you see them literally like going through streams, going through crazy mud, stuff like that in these wildernesses out there in Eastern Europe. That's what I'll say. Why they put like the 114 SD in the off-road class, I don't know. I would have to, that's probably something to ask Saber, and I'm definitely not in contact with them. So yeah, American trucks are just built for either roads or dirt roads. Yeah, Russia has very little infrastructure as we have here in the States. Yeah, crafting medium planks is crazy, yes. It is like 6 loads of medium logs. And then 3 loads of shorties. Yeah, we just did that too. I think episode either 1 or 2. Can you use the Vorons for 100% of the game? Yes. Pretty much, yeah. I think with special mission trailers, you're probably going to have some issue. Just because, well, low sitting, high saddle is going to kind of be an ailment, I think. Okay, can we just get over here? This is what happens when you don't have chain tires. Yeah, but I think that's a good point, SD, but like the title of the truck is like severe duty. Do you know what I'm saying? So like it's almost like a wordplay on heavy duty. Do you know what I mean? Like what does I'd like to know, what does Freightliner classify that truck as? Like is it a class 8 heavy duty vocational? That's my but here's the thing is like the only class I really think that really has messed up in this game, I'll say this, the only class I think that really has a really big hiccup with what trucks went in where is the heavy class, I think. Yeah, I don't know their mindset. Yeah, it's weird. I think the heavy, I will say this, I think everybody will agree with this, the heavy class is very weird. That one probably needs restructured, or it kind of needs, but also, I don't know. Yeah, we just don't know. You're stuck with a second engine on it? Oh, you gotta wait to get the big engine. It'll be a lot better when you get the bigger engine in it. When Azov 6-4 to rule them all. Oh, man. I'm talking about the Freightliner 114 SD. Like, what's its classification? But like here's the thing, what I don't know if that actually matters, because like I don't think Sabre will ever change it based upon its real life classification. Western Stars in heavy? Yeah, I think they would probably, in my opinion, I would reclassify them. I probably would reclassify them to like heavy duty or highway. Most likely heavy duty, depending on like their drivetrain. Yeah, it was just weird. You're carrying 12? I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I have these all in this place right now, which I actually could grab some of this stuff right now, because I might actually enter. So this is what Zing pointed out to me, SD. I'll kind of show you this chart here. This is Zing's mathings here, and they've worked out really good for me. So if you look at this chart and you look at actual, let's see, is it wooden planks and then medium planks? So total cargo count, 17. So what I did was slot count. This is just harbor. So this is in totality. So 17 medium planks. That's kind of, that's what it was. So that was 6 loads. So for short planks was 3 loads. So there's 1 extra. So, cause like each one creates a board, right? That's kind of what I went by. And it's worked out. Actually, on my prior playthrough, I think I had 2, for some reason I had 2 extra, which was weird. I had 2 extra. So of each at the end. So I don't know. But I basically just, it was a 1 tripper. I filled up the Matsu Forester and then we just did it up. Yo, what's up, Anwar? Welcome in. So actually, I'm just going to continue here. 47X is highway, 47 heavy duty, 49 heavy duty. Yeah, I think it just depends. It's hard to like hypothesize where something's going to go, because like nothing will probably ever change. So like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's loose. It's individual cargo. Yeah, it's individual pieces. So like each actual board or a medium log is going to create a medium plank. So with each packed load, you're creating 3 for each. So what I did was with the Aramatsu, I took 6 unpacked loads in the cradle, and then I turned around and put 3 or 6 unpacked loads of medium logs, and then I did 3 unpacked loads of medium logs, or short logs. Sorry, gosh, I'm sorry, I can't speak right today. Let me just rephrase this: 6 medium unpacked logs in my cradle, followed by 3 short unpacked logs. And then I basically downloaded them, packed them, turned them in. Honestly, that is something I've been wondering, is why it's so inconsistent. Yeah, that's a very good point. I don't know why. It is very inconsistent with crafting. Yeah, it's very inconsistent. Okay, I'm going to take this over here because I'm going to siphon the rest of this fuel, or how much fuel I can gather out of here, and then I'm going to deliver this trailer with the 114 SD, and then we're going to keep spamming missions here, I think. And then this will be my fuel truck for this area. And then if I have to pivot him to the second map, I can do so very easily. And that will be an option. Ooh. The recipes do vary map by map. This is why it's great to have like snow render up, or like even map runner for that matter, just because, yeah, you just never know. Honestly, like that's kind of something I've learned, is the recipes kind of just change. And I wish it was a consistent recipe, so it was like something that's standardized, where you're like, okay, I know if I have to craft this, I know what I have to craft. But I think they do that just to mix it up. Needs the SI 6V 2380 engine. I'm not sure which one that is. It definitely could do with a little bit of a bump of engine power. Is that the one for the Transtar? Is that the Transtar's exclusive engine, or the CLT's? Is that what that is? If so, I'll say yes. I'm going to 100% agree with you right there, off the rip. Off the rip, 100% agree, if that's the case. And that's close. That's actually close where I want it to be. That's great. That's actually really close. So I will not use the JAT MS5s in the Dan. If you look at SD1's video he posted yesterday, it's actually a reference to, well, I'll just say this. What we know about OHS tires, single narrow tracks versus single wides. I'm probably going to stick with single narrow most of the time, unless there's a double. That's kind of like my train of thought. If I'm not using a double, I can't use a double, I'm probably going to use a single narrow. Most of the time. In most cases. Some cases, yeah, I can probably, like, if I want more width, more stability, yeah, I'll throw like a JAT tire on. A fatty jatty mud tire and get that lateral stability down. Most unique vehicle from each class? I don't know. That's a tough one. Only mods with higher off-road rating. So the thing is, like, I think this is something that's been going on, is people get so caught up in the ratings of tires. So what you're doing is, like, you're just going by strictly rating. But if you know anything about, like, tire testing, like SD1 did this yesterday on this video, He referenced an old video that Max Power and I produced back in 2022. I talked about the best tires in SnowRunner video, which is actually a reference to XT Fletcher and his findings is, and it boils down to a single narrow tire, regardless of rating, defeats a wide tire. It's not clear while it does it. It's not super clear, but it just happens. So like, yeah, I think yeah, I don't know, but it also, like, I can say this with all that being said, if the tire looks good, you're having success with it, you can justify using it, use it. If you're having success with something and it's working, it's like, why change it if it's working? I'll say that. But like, also, like, I don't know. Here's another good excuse. So like, I'm using the Jats right now. Here's a Jat OMD tire. Do I know that the Jat OMD tires outperform a UOD? No, they don't. But they're a wider tire, giving me a little bit more lateral stability, right? So that's what I'm saying, is like, I'm trading a tiny bit of straight line performance in a test strip, which in the native game of SnowRunner doesn't exist because there is no straight lines, right? You're all over the place, you're dodging obstacles, etc. I'm just gaining a little bit more lateral stability. What I think Tennessee is the worst map. It might be up there as one of the worst, but I mean, I understand kind of like the background of it is, you know, with the whole war and stuff like that, the team that was working on, here's what I've kind of heard, is the team that was working on, I believe it was, what game was it? Dakar. They had to kind of come over and help with Season 7, and that's kind of why it was a racing. Yeah. For MR example, the UAZ narrow tires beat the blue. Yeah, it's just, I think it's just it's a narrow tire thing. It's a narrow tire thing. I mean, there's speculation that there is like some type of texture underneath the mud surface, like it's like a foundation. I don't think it's unclear what it is. Some people call it a dirt layer. Some people say they don't know what it is. From what I've understood, I don't know. They don't know what it is. It's unclear. That's kind of like the gist I've got from people like Naked Dave. Ever since like making the video in 2022 and, you know, him touching base with me on that. I mean, from what I understand is, but I could say this, friction is a real thing. So a wide tire has to move elements away from the tire to move through the surface. So that's like a friction, right? So if a tire with a narrow profile goes through a surface, they don't have to, or they're not accumulating as much friction because they don't have to move the surface around. It's not dirt. Dirt is a surface layer. Yeah, that's kind of like what my understanding is. Like, it's unclear what is what is interacting with the tire at depth. But I don't know. Who knows? It's too hard to figure out. But I think it's very much so safe to say that a narrow tire performs better under the circumstances that you're not grounding your vehicle out from your frame or wherever your collision mesh starts. I'll say that. Wide tires stop you from doing that. Like, as explained in SD1's video, you see the Tega tire kind of like sitting on top of the surface like a frog and just kind of moving through slowly, right? Because it stops you from sinking. It's a very good thing to do. It's a very safe thing to do. You bought the Mac Pinnacle? Nice. What do you guys think about a good addition to the truck add-ons? Custom placeable decals, lights? That'd be kind of cool. You know, it'd be kind of cool, man, if they had like something where you had to like earn, or you could, I don't know, maybe upgrade certain things that other people couldn't upgrade, like your fuel tanks, maybe. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly SD1. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I think it's trend to mirror. I mean, it's kind of logical. I kind of wish though. Here's what I do wish, and I have to tell on myself here is like what I believed back in early 2022. I think it was like February, early March when I actually produced that video with Max Power. Was we believed that tire treads in this game made a difference. Like they actually were. They were something, and so I think the OHS2. It's kind of weird because the OHS2 had this like really aggressive pattern, right? And I think back then we thought that some of its grip was derived from it having basically a tread partially on the sidewalls of the tire. And that was kind of like a theory of ours, right? But this is also back when, you know, one, I didn't dive into files until after 2022. All my thoughts were just simply from testing and just, I guess, pondering what it could be. Just extensive testing. And that was like what we came to. Is we thought like maybe this was the case. But to be quite fair, I mean, if you look at a tire, they basically are just circles, donuts, ovals, whatever you want to call them, and then they just have friction coefficients, and then there's a graphical representation on your screen. Yeah, a wider tire spreads your weight. Yeah, it's a logical thing, right? That's what I think too, Corhone. Yeah, it's a surface pressure thing, and that's kind of why, like, let's say that I do a pulling power test, and I use a single narrow tire with the same rating as like let's say OHD versus like OHS2. They have, I think, exact same ratings and coefficients. If you're on primarily dirt, the OHS2 is going to put down much more pressure on that spot. So therefore, if you turn the tire, you have much more PSI down in one position, so it's going to require more engine power to turn it. So like a wider tire can slip a little bit. Do you see what I'm saying? That's my belief. The common country of origin? Maybe. It could be. It could be right. Could be. What's up, Lotor? Welcome in. May 2026 GTA. Nice. Okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do next here. I must figure it out. I'm not doing anything in Lake Riviere right now. This has to go there. I will not do that yet. This has to go there. I could probably touch this area. The more the merrier. I need to do reimagining the trail, which I probably could do right now. Could be. It could be a double weight type thing too. It could be. I think the best way to test this against that theory is, well, you could test a double tire versus a single, but then you could also take out the ANK, put its custom tires on, which have like a rear mass scale of 2, and then run it against, yeah. And then run that and see if it pulls better than it would pull with like an OMD or an MMD. Yeah, in real life, the treads matter, yeah. But that's just, they're just trying to... Yeah. What's up? What's up, G-Dog? Welcome in. Should you go to the military if I have ADHD? I can tell you this. I'm probably the dumbest person that went to the military, and I survived. So if one of the dumbest people, I'm probably the dumbest person you know. I'll say that. If I can make it, anyone can make it. So I would say yes. I think you'll enjoy it. The military is actually a very... We're going to do this mission here. I need to do this because I have to. I can say this. The military, I've actually gained more friends that I've been closer with than even my high school friends growing up with. Just because of there's this crazy type of bond that you have with people that you go through a struggle with. It's weird. It's like you become soldiers of the same struggle, and the bond that you create, it lasts a lifetime. It does. I still have friends from the military, and I really wish we all never got out. But we all had our own separate reasons for that. I just wish that it was like when we were in, it's not like I took it for granted, but like it was such a great thing. It really is, man. It's crazy. The impact that you can make on people when you go to the armed services is greater than that you will make impact on people that you've grown up with your whole life. It's wild, yeah. Lotor can attest to that. CG can attest to that too as well. Exactly. All right, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, and then I'm going to go down here, probably grab some materials for this mission that comes after reimagining the ice trail. I'm going to go do reimagining the ice trail, grab this trailer here as well. Do these. This is going to be a very slow burn mission. I actually might pull out a different truck because this is really deep back here, and I think I'm just going to struggle and just take forever. So we might actually use something a little bit more powerful. So who knows? But I will be back in just a moment. Okay, we're back. So if you don't have authority problem, you're okay with just blindly following military orders. It isn't bad. I mean, how do I say this? When I joined, I was 26. Okay, so I was a college nursing school dropout with $70,000 in debt. Okay. And when I went to the military, most of my peers were younger than me. Welcome in. Thank you for that follow. And some people who were like staff sergeants, E5s, when I was like an A1C, like E3, when I first joined, they were telling me to do things and they were giving me lawful orders. Okay. But like when someone tells you to do something, you don't think like this is a lawful order, unless like you just think they're just saying, is this game good? Yes, that game is absolutely good. Absolutely fantastic. So to me, like, as a 26-year-old man being told by a 22, 23-year-old person that, or no, how about this? One of my supervisors was my same age, and he told me that I was a human being with very little life skill, and he didn't even know who I was. Or life experience. Telling me, or giving me things to do, and telling me what to do. Here's what I would say. Me getting mad about that is a pride issue. It's very much so a pride issue. In Romans, I think it's chapter 13, it talks about being subject to governing authorities. Christ actually spoke on this same thing, actually, when they challenged him. They brought a denarius to him, right? Which has every Roman emperor will basically mint his face on a coin. And they asked him, because here's the thing, the Jewish people were very upset about the taxes they had to pay to Caesar, or to the Roman Empire, period. They absolutely they despised it. So this is where they tried to trap him. And they brought this coin to me and said, and they said, do we not pay our taxes? And he says, whose face, whose image is on that coin? And they said, Caesar's. And he said, well, render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and render to God the things that are God's. Now, if you understand that, it says in Scripture that we are created in God's image. So who has God minted his image on? You. So you're also subject to him. So render yourself under to the God, and give the government's due. I would say this. You can deny a lawful order in the military if it's unlawful. I would say that to be in the military, you have to humble yourself. You really do. And I think for kids today, a lot of them grew up with their parents allowing them to do whatever, and with very little discipline. So for someone like me, okay, so I'll say this. When my dad said something was going to happen, it happened. Like when he told me to do something, I did it. There was no other option. Like it was his way, and that's how it was. And he was the authority, right? And I honored him because I rendered to my dad the respect and the honor he deserves from his authority. If you take that same mindset and you honor people that are above you, I believe the Lord will bless you. Actually, I need to grab 2 medium planks here, but I need to come back. Yeah, I need to come back. That's all I'll say. I can say this, though. The military is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. I had a pretty great job. I had a ton of days off. You get 30 days off a year at vacation. Listen, so like starting, you literally start. Everybody gets 30 days of vacation a year. That is insane. You don't see that in the civilian sector. Very rarely do you ever see someone get 30 days of vacation in America, I'll say that. So 30 days of vacation, you can store up to 60. Use or lose. So like when I got out of the military, I was at like 56. So I just basically used all my vacation time and just said, I out-processed, pieced out, and said, see you later. And I got paid, you know, when I out-processed and left the base. And, you know, everything was good. I had a lot of off time just because of crew rest and post-mission crew rest, stuff like that. It was awesome. Got paid well. Met amazing people. Got to travel. It was a fantastic chapter of my life. Yeah, for sure. So, like, if anyone is asking, I would say, yeah, I would recommend it. And the thing is, like, I think people, like, they think that, you know, the military is, like, you're stuck. You're really not. Like, you can always move on and do a different job in the military. You can get out whenever your contract's done. It's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's like, how do I say this? They'll tell me, like, when I was in tech school, or they'll be like, hey, like, tomorrow morning you have to go do this detail, right? Because I was in tech school. I wasn't, like, an operational airman yet, because I didn't get my, you know, I didn't have my check ride yet. They'll say, hey, you're gonna go do this detail tomorrow. Like, yeah, it sucked, like, but you just go do it. But I can tell you this, man, like, I've worked construction as like a laborer, like prior to, like in high school, like during the summer times before I was like go to like football practice basically, or before like football started. Like every year I would do kind of like construction laboring for my buddy and his dad's, or my buddy's dad, yeah. And I can tell you this, the work that I did there, or if I went to help my stepdad do like roofing, like every now and then, I probably helped him on like maybe 3 jobs in my whole life. I will tell you that I would rather work in the military and get those pay and those benefits than do roofing and laboring for construction. Because the benefits are just insane. And nowadays they treat you pretty well. It's yeah. I've heard some stories about, you know, kids, they have their cell phones. I heard kids now in basic training, they have iPads that they literally tell on each other. So if you are like offended, you can like type a report out at night on an iPad and then basically like you tell on people. Yeah, it's gotten kind of crazy. It's gotten kind of weird. Yeah, it does. I mean, like, sometimes I look back and I'm like, man, like, why did I get out? But I mean, like, I did have aspirations of finishing my degree, which I did. You know, I do wonder though, man, there's this one little shortcut here that Zing was talking about. I do want to try it. I want to try this little route here, but I'm actually worried I'm just gonna keep falling through the ice totally. I want to try it instead of taking this whole route around, which I definitely can take. But we might take a fuel efficient vehicle for this. I might take the Pinnacle, because yeah, I don't want to run out of gas. It's true, you missed the shots. Yeah, isn't that a Michael Jordan quote? So a really good sermon to listen to, actually, I think it's Philip Anthony Mitchell. He preached on like the whole obedience thing, especially for authority. He got a lot of pushback because like the culture in America right now is like everyone wants to hate authority. But clearly it says in scripture that like authority has been placed, and the people that are placed in authority are placed there because of God. Like nothing has come outside the will of God. So like while things might suck, like just, dude, you can make things easier on yourself, you can make them harder on yourself. It's all, wait, is this medium planks? Hold on a second. Oh, it is. Yucky, dude. Yo, what's up, Mateo? Welcome in. I got the mediums. Uno dos. Let's go like this, put this like this, and I can slide these back. Oh, you're on Twitch now. Both platforms. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna switch trucks for this one. I do want to use the step for this, but I'm gonna be real. We use the slider, not the slider, we use the Mercer on this mission on a normal mode, and it legitimately struggled. And yeah, so I need something that's like really, really efficient to get back in here. This is a really, really efficient vehicle, it just doesn't have a lot of gas. "25 years ago, it was you. So you're 25 years? So wait, it's your birthday today? Yo. Yeah, I'm gonna use the pinnacle for this just because it's efficient to get up this hill. There's just a lot of super snow on this hill. So I'll just probably use it there. I'm gonna go like switch this out. What's up, Ivy? Welcome in. And then I'll get back to using this one. Yeah, I just don't feel like griefing myself going through all this stuff. Because it is going to be a trip. I mean, if the Mercer struggled a lot, this one's gonna like be very strong. Yo, what's up, Akimoto? Welcome in. Yeah, I'm not going through that one little pass that I don't want to go through there. I don't think I think I'll fall down through. You know, everybody wish Mateo a happy birthday. 25 years old. May 2nd, 2025. So wait, you're born in 2020. You're born in 2000. Dude, that is crazy. Dude, you're a 2000 baby? That's awesome. What was I doing in 2000? Your chats weren't coming through? Really? It's weird. Alright, so what are you doing for your birthday? What are the plans for your birthday, dude? Come on. Go faster. 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 "25 years, 25 whiskey shots." Oh no, dude. Please don't do that. Yeah, please don't. Please don't. I don't think you'll enjoy your birthday with that. Okay, I want to ask people, what are indicators of a midlife crisis? Like, what are indicators of that? Like, when you know someone's saying like, oh, they're having a midlife crisis, what are some things that people do during a midlife crisis? A motorcycle. Like, does anybody know someone who's going through like a midlife crisis? And like, I've always heard this term or this phrase, and I'm like, what does that even mean? A feeling that you're running out of time, you haven't done enough. Man, that I must have been going through a midlife crisis like my whole life. Oh. Yeah, we're using the pinnacle here. Yeah. Efficiency time. Possibly depression. Looking for something to fill the void, vehicles, etc. So wait. If I want to buy a new lawnmower that's too expensive, does that mean I'm having a midlife crisis? I always feel that way. Dyeing your hair? Oh, okay. Okay, that doesn't count? Okay, good. Good, good. Do I need it or not? Well, I can say that well, I'll say this. I don't need it. My lawnmower right now is like 20... It might be 25 years old. I just tuned it up like 2 years ago. But man... Sometimes that thing just struggles. I'm talking struggles. Dating people half their age. Were you like, who's that NFL coach that did that? Bill Belichick? She's like, would you poor to have a midlife crisis? Yeah, I think I am too. I know if I bought a lawnmower, I would be hurting after that. It's just... How do I say this, man? I have a pretty small lot, but other people take probably like half the time that I take to mow my grass just because I have to go so slow. So I don't know, it's not really a need, it's more like a want more than a need, so yeah, I guess it's not a thing, I don't really need it. My father-in-law basically gave... Wow, that's crazy, I didn't tip over there. My father-in-law gave it to me, and it was his old... Yeah, his old one. You had to go buy a new lawnmower? It's more like having done everything, but it feels empty after. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever feel like that. I sharpened the blade. I actually bought a brand new blade for it. I think in 23. It was like halfway through the season of 23. I bought a brand new blade. I completely tuned it up, switched the blade off. So yeah, it has a pretty new blade. I probably could sharpen the blades a little bit. Something I did to like make it better is I open up the back where you get like the clippings like fly out. And just let them fly out like freely, because sometimes they just get clogged. That's another thing that happens, it gets clogged up a little bit. So like now that I opened up a little bit, it's been a lot better. It kind of like just spits it out, even though it gets all over my pants, which I don't really care. It works. He speaks and does things like he's 30. Oh wow. Should sharpen the blades every spring. Oh yikes, then I might have to do that. Thing is, I don't have a grinder though. I would have to like, maybe I can take it to... The only problem is I don't have a truck to take it anywhere. That's my only issue. I don't have a grinder. Did you put a mulching blade on it? I think that it has mulching blades on it. Yeah, it has mulching blades on it, but I basically choose to have it not mulch and it just spits it out. The finding your way through the ice, yeah. It's been challenging, the finding your way through ice thing, yeah. In some areas that I don't pass through often, it's been kind of frustrating. Get a sharpening stone. Yikes, get me out of here, dude. Get me out of here. This is all breaking. Yes. You buy your blades? So wait, so do you take your blades off and sharpen them with like a grinder then? Your needs forced induction. Yeah, I don't have an angle grinder. Maybe I need to buy one. You just replace them every 2 years? I probably should do that. Here's the thing is I don't want to go out there and have to use like a braking rod and then basically crack the bolts off of the mower to like take those off to grind them and then put them back on. Oh, do you even have to like unmount the blades? You have a tool to do it on the mower? An angle grinder and a flap disc? I'm gonna look into this. Yeah. Yeah, they're bolted. They're basically bolted from the underneath, yeah. And then like when I replaced them, I had to like take a wrench and then basically I had to get a braking rod to like extend the wrench so that I could actually break the bolt off or get it to break. Not like break, I mean, but like the thread to kind of like release. I'll say that's a better word, release. The convo is making me giggle. We talk about real stuff here, dude. Your dad's been using the same lawnmower since primary school? I mean, like, dude, there's been people using, there was a company that Toro bought. I forget what they're called. Something horse. It's called something horse. Wheel horse, right? I know people that still have, like, old wheel horses, I think. Craziness, dude. Craziness. It might be easier now. It could be, yeah. I think I'll just... Harbor Freight for a grinder? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Just sharpen them myself. Welcome in, Sour, by the way. Okay. Okay. Let's go repair here. Repair the pinnacle. Wheel horse is a good mower. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. You have 2.5 acres to cut. Oh, a 54 inch? Is that like a zero turn? Dude, the conversations. Hey, you know what the crazy thing is, guys? We have wholesome conversations, all right? Like, these are wholesome. People are learning things, all right? The process of learning is here. Real life in a video game. It's a sit-on lawnmower. I think it's zero turns like a... You know, here's the mower I want, okay? I'll show you this. I can't believe I'm showing this on screen here. What is it called? I can't believe I'm actually showing this. Oh my goodness. Oh, should I show this or not? This is terrible. This is what I want. It's called a Toro Turf Master. I kind of want the caster wheels because you can lock these. You can lock these and it'll be like a 0 turn, or you can lock them so it can be like a traditional, like kind of like this variant of it, or you can have like let them free, and it's a 0 turn push mower, commercial, 30-inch deck. Mine currently is like a 20, so it, yeah, something like that. But it's stupid expensive, and that's why I haven't. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep what I got. But dude, guys, listen, one can dream. Self-propelled, yes. Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Just buy a small rider. I know, for that price, I know. I can't store a small rider though. I don't have the space. Do you know what I mean? That's my only thing. I don't have the space. How much lawn do I have to cut? I think it's a ½ acre. But for a ½ acre, currently right now, it's taking me over an hour to cut. Which is like... Yeah, my neighbor who's like 75, he cuts his in like 30 minutes. Like, that dude zooms. So the thing is, like, late summer, like early fall, I can shave it down to about 45 minutes. No, actually maybe like 50 minutes, because like the grass just doesn't grow like crazy like it does now. But yeah. Guys, this is good conversation. This is wholesome. This is great. Everyone's having fun. I'm acquiring information. I'd rather not use electric mower, to be honest. Yeah, I'd rather not have electric. Yeah, 20-inch for half is quite a workout. Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely get some... I get my steps in. Husqvarna Rumba style mower? No, I haven't. Oh yeah, I have seen that, yeah. Oh, he's like a retired deputy. He's pretty in shape, dude. I'll go like bike riding with him on his trike bikes and stuff like that. He has like these little trike bikes that cut your lawn by accident. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so like there's a shortcut across like this. Here's a shortcut here that you could take through, then get to here and then pop out. But from what I've understood from like, you kind of need a truck that's really big to get through here, because I think all this ice breaks. I would take this, but I watched Zing and I think he was falling through the ice even with the Kenworth on here. So that's where, I mean, I definitely have taken shortcuts to get to the top here with that Scout, and we just like scaled this mountain. We did that like 3 times actually. They've done a pretty good job of stopping you from just straight up, yeah, hitting that shortcut up. You bought an old Snapper? Is that like the lawnmower that Forrest Gump has? You never know until you don't try. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have a pressure washer. Crazy thing is, Mateo, we had like a $600 rebate from Menards, and we just bought a Husqvarna pressure washer the other day. Yeah, it was completely free. I think it was, we still have like a couple $100 left on that rebate, so yeah. Had a $600 rebate. Crazy. Followed up with it too. Follow up on those rebates, guys. No joke. Yeah, what's up, Stephanos? Welcome in. I didn't want to get it, to be honest. I actually wanted to get like another sub pump, like a backup. Yeah. What's the benefit of a manual mower? What do you mean a manual mower? A small John Deere garden tractor? Ooh, yeah, that could be something. Wait, I want to see if Lotor replies. Wait, who said they had the little small snapper? Like, I'm pretty sure that's like the, that's the Forrest Gump tractor, right? Isn't it like what Forrest Gump used in the movie? Oh. Okay, there's a little bit of friction. Let's go. Come on. No, 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 no. Don't slip down. We don't slip. We don't slip. We just grip. Yeah, we don't slip. We just grip, dude. That's all I needed. Just a tiny little bump, huh? Snapper still makes mowers? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't want to do electric mower. I feel like they don't have, electric mowers don't have the power throughput. Especially when like depth changes, like I don't know. I'd rather have gas. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to have to worry about charging batteries and all that other jazz, you know? I'd rather just make sure the oil's good, the filters are good, gas is good. Alright, let me ask you guys this. Oh! Are Kawasaki motors for mowers a good option? Get out of here. I know that this always has to be... You prefer Kohler? Really? Alright.
Wow. What a hole.
Let me ask you a question. Why Kohler? I need to go straights, and then I grab this. I've heard both arguments, actually. Like, you've had good luck with them. That's good to hear. Just definitely, I feel like they definitely have more power. I guess like the thing with Kawasaki I heard is just because they have a higher RPM. So I don't know. But I've definitely heard good things about both. Here we go. Let's go like this now. You only use Briggs and Stratton. Doesn't Cub Cadet basically use Briggs and Stratton? Most of the time? You like the Husqvarna ads? Not anymore? Oh, okay. Your little John Deere LT155? I'm gonna have to look into that. You know, that every time I hear John Deere, I always think of Dumb and Dumber. And here's why. There's a... My goodness, bro. I actually could fall over here. Yeah, I could fall over. I think it was Harry was telling Lloyd about his breakup when they were in the hotel, and he's like, yeah, she wrote me a John Deere note. And it's supposed to be a Dear John note. And I never really understood that until I was older. So I never really found it funny until like later in life. You see that little segue? Yeah. Alright, I think I have to go down onto the ice here, I believe. I think. And then I go across. Probably gonna catch my frame. Oh, nice. The H gear, baby. Let's go. Do I come back for you? I think I do. Yeah, I'll come back for you, my friend. Yeah, we'll come back. Oh, it's different depending on maintenance. Ah, I see. Yeah, I actually have a Honda. My current lawnmower is a Honda. I forget the model though. I'd have to look into it. I mean, it kind of says something when, you know, a mower is almost 25 years old and it's still kicking, so. You start using full synthetic? I'm just going slow here because, yeah, I can. I have so much cargo to bring up here, man. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I gotta come all the way back up through here. Again with cargo. And I wish I could do this in one push. I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this in one go. Oh gosh, this could be bad. Fast movement here. Fast movement. Go, must go quickly. Cool. Close one. No angle. Close one there. How do you activate it? What do you mean activate it? Yeah, it's already done. You have the little coffee bag next to your name. That means you're currently subscribed. So that means you don't have any type of ads on the channel, and you get emotes. Oh, look at this huge boulder I'm pushing through the surface. This is great. It's great. Leave me alone. What's up, Juice? Welcome in. Yeah, dude, this place is tough. It's treacherous, dude. You had your new coffee pour over yesterday? Nice, man. Pour over is a good way to make coffee, actually. We used to do pour over on the jet. Whenever we would go on missions, someone would bring like a pour over coffee, and then we would just heat up the water on the jet, and then just, yeah. That was like way back in the military stuff, but it was great. Have like fresh pour over coffee. Oh. Hario V60. Okay. Nice. He just woke up. Okay. You get out of there because you're going to go to the next bridge. So, stage 1 completes. Oh, that's right. Your coffee store opens up soon. I'm making coffee now. Get your coffees, everybody. You know, I almost broke at work yesterday. I was so tired. I was like, you know what? I might buy an energy drink. But I'll tell you how frugal I am. I refuse to pay a price that's like you ever go somewhere and things are just way more expensive than like if you would go to like a gas station to buy like an energy drink? Like on base, if I try to buy an energy drink there, it's so much more expensive than if I'd go to like a gas station. I thought to myself, I was like, there's no way. I was like, I could for, I think it's, yeah. I just decided, I was like, no, not paying the extra money. Can't do it. Your wife and you don't drink coffee? Yeah, or Dollar Tree, yeah. Oh, it's ceramic? I like that, dude. Oh, you just use Gorilla Glue? Oh, nice. I like ceramic, too. Stainless steel or ceramic, yeah. Classic McDonald's. Jim Davis Garfield mug, nice. You never like the taste? That's fair. That's fair. What branch? Air Force. You were Navy? Nice. Thank you for your service. Yeah, for those who have served, thank you guys. Seriously, thank you. It's, even though we could be separate branches, hey man, we all contributed in a way. It's, so thank you. I think like people in the service, they battle with like trying to feel or feel like they're doing something that matters. I think that's something that like people struggle with. They want to do something that's like important and matters, right? And it's hard to, because a lot of people, they do like supporting roles in the military, and then like while they're not out like pushing the mission of like what's the main mission, right? You know, they're, even those supporting roles, they mean a lot. Like they really do. So any type of service, in my opinion, is valued service. Yo, Fenrir, good morning. Okay, so I need to do something here. I need to pull back this mission. I think it's called... Not this one. Okay, I'm onto this stuff here. Not this one. Not that one either. I'm almost done with this. This right here. This mission goes down to here. So what I'm actually going to do, because I know spare parts go down here, I'm definitely going to go get those. And then I'm going to have to go up here with vehicle spare parts. So this is going to be kind of interesting. You were aviation structural mechanic? Wow, dude. Plane captain on our flight line. Oh, wow, dude. That's awesome. Ah, so good. So good. I should actually go into like aircraft maintenance. That's what I should do. I should use the rest of my GI Bill and go back to school for aircraft maintenance. You cannot go this way. Thank you. You have to go this way first. Yep, now you can go this way. Just have to turn around. I could send it off this cliff, but I don't think I want to do that right now. I have to go get this other scout trailer and get this back. This is why we use the pinnacle here. This is a long, even the next mission is actually a very long, strung out mission, and it's just, yeah. Unless you're using like a scout fuel trailer, it just saps fuel from your tank. Little Austin Powers turn here, and we're fine. And we go. Well, I do want to do it, but like, I would like to go back and get into my line of work, which I started after college, which was drones. It's just, yeah, where I live currently, there's not a huge opportunity for it. I actually, I don't know if I told you guys this, I interviewed for the same company that like laid us all off, like 66% of our company back in like 23. It was right when I started the randomizer, I got laid off. I interviewed for that company again because I thought they like changed things up, but I like interviewed with a guy who, I could dive down right there actually, that's maybe a good point to do it, but it's fine. So I interviewed with the guy who still works there, the only guy that works there that I know from the older employees, and he kind of gave me the lowdown, and he was like, yeah man, I don't know if it's something you want to do, like I know who you are, and I can tell you like it's not something, you're gonna be back to traveling nonstop, and it's overworked. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to get paid. And then he told me, he's like, they're probably gonna lowball you on a wage, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. So the police departments, yeah, that's true. The crazy thing is, like, there is a air base literally close to my house I already work at, so I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna explore some options. I should just go back into the military is what I should do. I don't even know if they would take me. They'd be like, nah, we're good. We'll just, see ya. John Wick? You know, the crazy thing is I've never seen those movies. There's a lot of ag around here, yeah. There's a lot of agriculture. To be honest, like when I worked for American Robotics, I did oil and gas was kind of like what I supported with like at Chevron, and then I went over to support Scott's Miracle Grow for agriculture, and that was probably my favorite assignment. Like headquarters, Scott's Miracle Grow was awesome. They loved me, dude. They actually they contacted the company and they were like, hey, can you send him back this year? Like, it was great, dude. Great assignment. It's just the travel. Great job too. Being outside, flying a drone. And the crazy thing, like there was like a window. Yeah, this stuff is all, I'm pretty sure this all breaks. Yeah, I might check that movie out actually. I have 6 years. I did 6 and then I got out. Well, here's the thing, Doc. My job in the military was straight travel. I was gone like 150 days of the year. And then I got out of the military, went back to school, graduated with my aviation, I guess it's aeronautics degree. with a minor in UAS, and then I immediately went to traveling 315 days of the year for a drone company. And that's kind of like, yeah, as like a newlywed, I was like, yeah, this is not ideal. I do like travel. It just, yeah, it just wasn't a very good thing for, you know, it's definitely not a married man type stuff, I guess. Go! Yes! But I mean, if I had to, I would, yeah, I would go back and travel. Yeah, my current job allows me to play SnowRunner, yeah. I mean, my current schedule, it's cool because, like, I'm literally playing SnowRunner in the morning, streaming, and then I just go to work later at night. Which I could probably say if I worked, like, different hours, I probably wouldn't be live as much, you know what I mean? So it's been nice. Dude, these are crazy winding roads. I want to go this way, though. I want out of here. Get me out of here. The lost pipe. Oh, this is a Lake Ribier thing. I grabbed the pipes here. Yeah, it's a Lake Ribier thing. Oh, wait, maybe it's... Wait, what? I thought I had to get the pipes from here. No, I don't. I mean, it's the cool thing is, man, is like my wife is okay with me playing video games like until I go to work, which is yeah. It's pretty good, I have to say. I'm sorry to hear that, Lotor. Gosh, man. What cancer where, if you don't mind me asking? This, I need to change this mission, hold on. The more the merrier, that's what's up right now, actually, so I gotta activate this. This is gonna be my next mission I do. I do need to go get this, though. So I think after we come out of here, I need to actually go up here to grab parts of some sort. Yeah. Larynx? Oh, dude. Is that like with your voice box? Essentially, right? Or something associated with, right? Same cancer? Oh, as Val Kilmer, yeah. That's why, like, it didn't like render him, he couldn't use his voice. And then I think even in the movie, his latest movie, was it Top Gun? I think he actually like just, they dubbed it. You have a permanent trach? Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, Doc, that's true. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if like streaming... And, you know, streaming became like a, yeah, like a legitimate profitable gig. That'd be sweet. I mean, kind of a dream job, kind of like I look at some like streamers I watch that do it full time, and like I'm like, man, that's legit. Hard to work, you can't breathe right. Yeah, that's true, man. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. You battled for 10 years, 16 surgeries? Oh my goodness, man. I couldn't imagine. You worked 10 years as security in concerts? Okay, after... Oh, dude, you probably have some stories about that. Just delivered the drilling equipment? Nice. Good stuff, Stefanos. Don't you think the OG A and K is kind of too limited? Yes. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. But I think the reason... This is where I tip over usually. I don't know why I took this way, but this is like literally the zone of despair. Especially with cargo. Like... I just want to see if I can do this. With Pinnacle. I think I can. Nope. Maybe not. I want to understand something. I'm gonna put the kickstand down, but I'm gonna try to do this. Hello?
Really?
Dude. Like... I'm actually stuck, like... Dude, this is like the bane of my existence. I think I'm going to spend a whole day just perfecting going through this route. This thing crushes me. Why did I do that? I just wanted to do it. Yeah, I just want to do it. Like, it just crushes my soul. So, it's almost like... I have to figure this out. I have to figure this out. So, the trailer tipped up right here. Tire went down here, tipped it all up. What I think what I should do is bring this really, really close to here. Maybe, and then like hit this area and then turn immediately uphill. I mean, that's the only way I think I could survive this. I think maybe the trailer is just coming too far, like, in. I don't have the angle to upright it. Yeah, like right there. Tire dip down, and that's like no angle. Recipe for disaster. Maybe if my pathing, if I just went through here, went up here, then just like cut. And then, I don't know, then again, I don't know, because I'm still going to dip right there. Like, you can't avoid this dip. Right here. I'm telling you, I think after season this is done with, I'm just going to send trucks through here. I have to figure this out. I have to figure it's going to bug me. It is going to really bug me. No winch point too. That is so tough. Like the spot in Moore. They should name this corner after you. They probably should. They probably should. I really... I had a feeling though when I took out my winch or my crane that whenever I whipped it around to that side, it was going to actually like tip me over. Just from the weight swinging that way. But it also wouldn't allow me to extend. I was trying to extend when the winch was down and it wouldn't let me. Which is, I don't know if that's a bug or whatever, but it wouldn't let me extend the winch, or the crane. It wouldn't let me extend the crane to like flip myself back up, which is weird. What if I keep another truck there? I probably could. Yeah, I probably should just be taking the high road to be fair. It's just I'm so stubborn. Do you know what I mean? It's the stubbornness. Use the mastodon as the anchor point? Yeah, that's a good one. That's true, I could do that. That's a valid point. They really crafted this area very very well. Please get over this bump. Thank you. I might try this again. How do you get into that camera mode? Start, photo mode, free cam, and then basically you just take aperture down. Huh. I'm just so stubborn, dude. It's the truth of the matter. It's just I'm stubborn. But I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try something different here. But I have to get this. I have to get this out of here, though. Hold on. I have to get my... This is a mission trailer. I have to get this. Yeah, we have to get this. Dig this out of here. Hopefully it doesn't tip me over. I do have an angle. Please don't catch on the rocks. Please don't catch on the rocks. Yeah, I have to wait until this gets over this rock. Until I can't pull it yet. There we go, I can pull it now. Downgrading your wheels can allow your wheels to always turn? Yeah. Okay, let's put this back in. While I have the Kenworth here, I'm gonna try this out again. I gotta figure this out, man. I mean, I'm not in any rush today, right? We're just having fun, if I can. Okay, pack that in. Okay, let's try this. Angle. Maybe I can angle up here? Now I just have to, this has to be speed. This has to be speed here. Because if not, yeah, too much slow. Sometimes you actually have to use speed. Yeah, sometimes you gotta have to. That worked. I think that, but here's the problem at hand still. This is another spot to tip over because it drops your wheel like that. I think that's like another thing is sometimes like going slow is the problem because like when you dip like that, like sometimes if you just speed over it, you don't like have that the abrupt drop. What I mean is I think that was kind of what was getting me there. Like this is actually another place where this could happen. Same issue, downsloping terrain. You have this drop, and first off, like as soon as your back axles drop off this, your whole thing goes down and you have no angle. So if I go back to, not the Paystar, where's that? Where's the Kenworth? Same thing here. Yeah, this is the Mac Pinnacle. Same thing here. You see this drop? Much more abrupt, but downsloping terrain. This tire drops down. I have no angle with my trailer, and that's where it just goes. So I think like getting around here, creating this angle, missing that big drop, and then trying to turn uphill. Because if I would have actually turned or just continued, I would have still dropped. If I would have like turned here and just continued, I feel like I would have dropped down. That's a tough spot, man. That spot crushes me. That spot crushes me. There's no, I have no excuse. That is my demise. I mean, the crazy thing is I've made it through there a couple times. Like, I think it was like on PTS, on normal playthrough. And then, yeah, just sometimes I just can't get through it. It's another good spot to tip you over too. Does anyone else have, like, issues there? Or am I the only one? The gatekeeping corner. The bane of my existence. You have no problem with that corner at all? You quit going that way? Just a tough corner, man. It's just a tough corner. I don't know. I just, I mean, even there, it was kind of dicey. I think it's service spare parts. Yeah, so like this. I need to get the Kenworth back here too as well. He's locked in the icy clutches of a mower. Ooh. There's some areas like that in a mower, that's for sure. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. No, no, no. You gotta get pushed back, Charlie. It's gonna take a little bit, but I have to do this. You finally finished some more last week? Dawn Monday night? Nice. Nice, Stefanos. It's awesome. So you're close to being done with Michigan then. Boom. Boom. Push, push, push. Okay, wait. Go back. Yes, go back. All the way. What's up, Gardenia? Welcome in. I don't know what's going on with my crane right now. It does this. It's like locked in. Born and raised in NAI, got a job here? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I need to ask like JJ and Zing how they like that corner. No, can't get caught up in the trailer. Back up. Yeah, it's like it's caught. Oh, dude, chill. Okay, after I do this mission here, this trailer mission, and then the other one going back up to the top of that hill, I'm actually going to use like the 114SD, I think. We actually might be going over to the second map. It might be second map missions after this. Because I think it's everything is basically almost basically done here on this map. Is the best logging truck? No, I think the Aramatsu Forester by far is the best logging truck in the game. But that's excluding long logs because it just can't do them. So if you want to include long logs as well, I believe you're probably like a truck that does all in one. I'm pretty sure it's probably Kenworth 963. If you're talking like can do all of them. Plaid's pretty good too as well. Just the sheer amount of cargo you can bring with the Aramatsu Forester is kind of crazy. Very safe platform. It's very slow. It's like a safety net. Did I say hello to Gardenia? I think I did. I might have not. If I didn't, hello, sir. Welcome in. Please turn. Something like long logs, honestly, a lot of so long logs almost, how to say this? I relate long logs to like almost like a semi-trailer, but not really. It's like long logs, you can make a lot of long logs, or a lot of trucks work well with long logs. I think. The best of them, I'm always going to default to saying like some of the most stable vehicles in the game are always going to be the best loggers, like across the board. Because if you can trust, so the thing is like logs, they're very heavy and they're very tippy, right? I think we all kind of know that. So if you have something that's very stable, and I also probably would add heavy, it just handles it better. So I think that's kind of how I would say. Can I push you back? Hello? I don't understand. I'm trying to move you. Why is it like... Is that... I think it's that one. That one is like... being stupid right now. Okay, wait, chill. Okay, cool, he's back. Nice. Yeah, those are two good long loggers, yeah. So yeah, it's more so like what trucks you place your trust in with a lot of different things, like stability-wise. Those are usually always a good option for logging if they are compatible with it. I believe... Oh, I have 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. We're good. No, you can't pack them like this. This is just a way of taking more cargo and not having to, yeah, pack it up. Okay. Depress. Actually, I need to chill. I need to get the Kenworth down. Cause I shouldn't go that way. It would delete the cargo if you tried it. Before, it would tell you it cannot be packed. Nowadays, it'll just delete 3 of them and pack 5. It is... yeah, you don't want to do that. Is there a new tire chart? Wait, what do you mean? No, tire charts have been the same pretty much for quite some time. What do you mean? You mean with Jats? I don't think there's been any changes to the Jat tires. If you go to my Discord, or you just type in ! Corhone, there's his tire chart and his spreadsheet. Yeah, they've always... I think you're looking at old chartings. But I have multiple. Yeah, spreadsheets on my Discord too. But there's Corhone's sheet for you. Yeah, I don't think... They haven't changed. I do think the one you were looking at probably was probably older. That's my guess. Gotta be careful here too as well. Very, very big add-on. This thing looks so good with these tires, man. Like, the customs look amazing on this. Do y'all remember the old Kenworth sound when it first was on PTS? I think it was exactly the same sounding as like the P12. I think. I'd have to go back to like my streams. The tires are DLC? No, these are the Kenworth custom tires. How difficult is this map compared to other snow maps? I think it's I think it's harder than Kola Peninsula. I think it's probably less difficult than Amur. There is similarities I see with Amur, especially with like certain missions I see. It just this is like, I don't feel the mission set here is as clear or as not linear. I wouldn't say linear. Yeah, I would just say it takes a little bit more brain power to work this out. Yeah, let's just hold this here. So a big cargo cranes, a big powerful logging crane will be more useful? Probably, yeah, I agree with that. I forget how it used to sound. I think it did sound like the P12 back in the day. And then I think there was a lot of people kind of complaining about it, and then, or just maybe they just didn't nail down the sound, they just put something generic in there or something that was old. I mean, that's happened before where they don't have the sound, like the soundtrack for the certain region down yet, and then they just, they do that later, but this one they just reused. What's up, Benny? Welcome in. All right, let's go. Okay, make sure 8. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool, let's go. Peace out, Girl Scouts. P12 Premium. Oh, man. Actually, yeah, I got. There's some time still on this map. Those other missions are going to take quite a bit of time. I probably need to move this trailer. I also need to watch I don't kick stuff out of here. I gotta move this. This thing is gonna just destroy something. You guys want to know where I think season 16 is going to be? I have a feeling it's going to be a US map. Okay, let's just do this. I feel like I'm kind of messing up. Yeah, wow. I think it's going to be a US map. I really do. I just have this feeling. I don't know why. I just have this feeling. But maybe not, though. I mean, it could be Colorado. I mean, or even like Wyoming, Montana would be crazy. But then again, I don't know though, because what the paint schemes that they came out with, right? Those kind of tell the telltale sign of where things are, or what things are going to be. What is the paint job that hasn't come to fruition yet? No, I don't think Montana's flat. Montana has a lot of mountains too, I'm pretty sure. And like they both, I think Wyoming and Montana have like the Badlands there, right? Pretty sure they have. I mean, isn't that where like both those states share like Yellow Rock National Forest? Or it's not Yellow Rock. What's the national forest there? Yellow rock. Yellowstone. Gosh, man, I've been playing this game way too long. I gotta be careful, because this is all loose. Maryland? Isn't it something like... It has to do with water, I thought. Like, it's kind of like... Didn't they show some type of... I forget the actual... What... They basically, like, drop these small little breadcrumbs through those paint jobs, right? Yeah, I gotta be careful here, because this is, not a good spot to be in. Wonder what trucks we'll be getting. My guess is probably more heavies. That's my guess. I would say probably more heavies. It's what sells. Yeah, heavies sell content. I think... I'm trying to think what truck is it? Let's just go back here. Why is my controller not working? Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the main save. I want to see what camo shows the season 16. Like a hint. I think it's... I want to say it's the A&K. I think it's the A&K, or it might be the... Either it's the A&K, it's not the Paystar. It might be the Western, the 6900 Twin Steer. Have they confirmed? No, they haven't confirmed. I'm hoping it is. Maybe Louisiana. It could be swamps. Yeah, it could be. What was I saying? Let's see. I think it might be. Is it this? No, that was already for season 13. I think it's... I forget what the... I think it's this. Hold on. Let me find the Twin Steer. I think it's this. Hold on. Yeah, it's this. So, some type of dam. I think. And then some type of... Yeah, I don't know who that is, but whatever. Merlin. I don't know if it's going to be the last season. What's up, Derek? Welcome in. I hope it is, to be honest, but that's just me. I'd like to move on. I'd like to move on. Move on to Roadcraft, move on to maybe potentially thoughts on a new title for SnowRunner. I think SnowRunner is just too long in the tooth. I think it's kind of what is it? It's now 5 years old. But I will say this though. As long as they're getting sales, they'll continue to make these year passes. It'll just continue to keep going and going and going. So what I think is going to happen is I think there's going to be a year 5 pass. I think there will be. So there's going to be something with a dam, but the thing is, we have dams in North Carolina? Poseidon, maybe? Something, yeah, maybe. Something like that. For like 20 years. I hope not, dude. This is not a good way to go down like this. Not a good way. Okay, at least we're straight up and down here. Just gonna chill because I need to keep this in my truck here until I get to the road. All right, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys want a year 5 pass? So like, here's the thing. Do you want a year 5 pass, or do you want a new SnowRunner game, or like a new runner title? Let's say that, a new like runner title. What is going on here? Oh, it's a boulder. Hello. Yes and no. New preferably, new title you said? Whoa. Okay, let's chill. Let's go. Both? GTA 6 release date is announced like a year early. It's good to say that the other devs can adjust their release accordingly. When GTA 5 was released, it ate up the sales of so many new good games in that era. Okay, I see. As much as you enjoy these DLCs, I think it's time for new... Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how much more new stuff they can add. Do you know what I mean? Without some dude complaining that has a YouTube channel and his name is N Province about, you know, game balance. Like, who wants to listen to another year of that stuff? You know? You know, like... Like ETS with 10 years of upgrades? Oh gosh, yeah. You would watch it? You don't mind? Man, look at this thing. Okay, I gotta get this back. I gotta get this under control here. Alright, you... It actually damaged my engine. I have a loyal following. I would say I just have, or there's a lot of people that think similarly. Can I say that word? Similarly? Whatever. They think similar. Oh gosh. You've been paying to watch ad-free for nearly half a year? I appreciate that, Doc. I do see that lovely... I forget what type of coffee that is on the badge, but... Do I think they're running out of vehicles? I'm sure they probably have licenses they can call upon. It's gonna take 2 years. Yeah, I think you're right. I just wonder though, like, if they keep continuing to make this, like, does that mean that that team is going to be saturated with making more of this and not the next of whatever is to come? All things, I don't know. I just don't know, I guess. I'm speaking basically out of ignorance. Who knows? I just know I'm going to enjoy Roadcraft and some other titles, so it's going to be fun. You. I guess we step up here to the lighthouse. Where's this other one go? Oh, to the lighthouse. Okay, cool, let's go. Every time you come into the stream, and once you share your 16th month run, you should. 16 months, dude. That's like... What is that? That's almost a year and a half. A year and a half of subscriptions, dude. Month after month. That's crazy to me. It's crazy that I've actually been streaming that long. I think RC is going to be a good game, but I also believe that big YouTubers have, I will say, there is, well, I'm probably going to say like Raptor, Squirrel, GW have done the whole like roadcraft versus SnowRunner. But then again, it's been brought to my attention that even on Steam it says like it basically relates roadcraft to SnowRunner when Focus has tried to make a clear message that it's not related. And yeah, it's kind of confusing. But can you just get up here, my dude? Thank you. Well, you'll need a 1K GPU, maybe 2K. No thanks. I mean, but the thing is, man, like, I think that the time of that is already kind of imminent. Oh my goodness, bro. I really do. Like, if you look at games that are coming out now, like, they're already requiring pretty good computing power as of late, right? Like, those times are definitely coming. And that, I mean, it's kind of how the gaming industry kind of goes. I mean, while I agree with you, it's kind of like we want better graphics, but then like, or want better game, better graphics, better physics, but then again, like, we have to kind of pay for the cost. And the opportunity cost of that is you just need better computing power to run the engine, essentially. Like, while I think it's sad that I think the older gens are kind of left out of roadcraft, like, they wouldn't have been able to like create, you know, a new gen, a new engine if we stayed with like the Havoc engine, which is kind of tapped out right now. It's like at max capacity. Yep, that was going to be a tip. Mm-hmm. Sure was. Sure was. Sure was. Sure was. Yeah, exactly. Welcome in, W. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Always good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping in. Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. Yeah, backwards compatibility hinders progress at some point. So it's like you have to. Yeah, it's like it's just a tough place, right? Because there's a market to having backwards compatibility, but then there's also a market to increase, yeah, your engine, the game power, game graphics, game physics. Yeah, Roadcraft's using a new engine, yeah. This is always just a tough pull. I don't have the top engine on this too as well. I have the fuel miser on. But I don't think that really matters too much right now. Does it use Havoc still? From what I've gathered from, who was it? I think it was Vic, who used to work for, I don't know if he does still work for Saber or not. I think he was basically alluding to that the Havoc engine was kind of tapped out. Like the max capabilities of it are kind of already in SnowRunner. But honestly, man, I don't know. I don't know. I would love to be an insider. I would love to be an insider. Give me the info. Okay, this is getting so annoying with this trailer, dude. I can't pack it down on the cargo because the cargo is not packed, so... Red Dead Redemption? That's... I've always wanted to try that game. I've heard it's so good. That's done. The old Swarm? Maybe. Maybe it was Swarm. You felt like they were a bit stiffer? Oh my goodness, don't do this. Oh, are you serious? Okay. Whew. That's 5. Amazing game for how old it is. I heard it has a pretty good story too. I heard The Last of Us was a pretty good one too. I think the first one remastered or something like that. You didn't like driving around as much, really? I felt like it was similar to like Expeditions, the way things felt. But that's just me. That's just my small perspective. Like, to each their own, you know? Yeah, I think I learned that the other day. I've never really done that until season 15. Yeah, you can like throw them in sideways and then just overstack them. Kind of like the metal rolls. Similar to that. Oh, you didn't play Expeditions? Oh, okay, that's why. So Expeditions, like, things are kind of slowed down. And I think from what Dave has been telling me, like, whenever they slow things down, like, vehicles just start to feel heavier. So maybe that's why they felt heavier. I'm actually gonna go around. I'm gonna see if this is like unbreakable over here. And it's not. Oh, it is. How enjoyable. Alright, this last mission is the last mission on this map, actually, I think. Or the last mission that just pertains to bringing stuff here, I think. Well, not really. There's the trailer pull, which I'm leaving for last. But yeah. I think Expeditions trucks, they felt heavier. They felt. Okay, I can't say they are. Because I really haven't looked into any of that stuff. They definitely were slower. They felt more stable for sure, but also that's a much different type of off-roading game where, I don't know, you kind of have to make vehicles very stable for that type of game, and there is roads, right? So it's a little different. This is what I need to do right here. So I need to go up here and grab... Yikes, dude. Vehicle spare parts here. Oil barrels here. And then we have to essentially get... Yeah. Get here. You know what I almost want to do? Like, I want to find a way I can just run through these trees. Right up through here. And then just jump right on this path. But I don't think there's a way I can do that. I sure would. You think we're being upcharged by computer parts manufacturers? Bought a 3070 Ti for 30 and well, oh yeah, of course, yeah. That's just what Nvidia does. That's just Nvidia. Did any of the other trucks get an update? Nope, I don't think so. Other than the C500 getting a 51-inch tire, that's pretty much it. You tried out the Mercer after my video, but I felt like it didn't perform as well as yours. Is it you? Okay, so what are you... Welcome in, Test, by the way. What are you using it for? What gearbox? What engine? And yeah, what purposes are you using it for? Oh, the Thatcher autonomous winch. Yeah, there's one. What's up, Adam? Welcome in. Thatcher 805. How timely is that, Stream Elements? Wow. Yeah, what tires? Exactly, yeah, there's... Yeah, no, he's listening to us, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna spin around here. I don't need gas from this place. I'm gonna go across the drink. Turn faster. %70 right now. Wow, dude. Alright, Doc. Thanks for stopping in, man. Always good to have you. 16 months of subscriptions, man. Thank you. He's dealt with me for 16 months. That's insane. Well, you gotta think about it, like, AMD and NVIDIA essentially have a monopoly on graphics processing units, and also, like, well, AMD has kind of the, I think they have the monopoly on CPUs, if you ask my opinion on that, but I'm not well versed in all that stuff, so, but two companies basically make all the GPUs that people essentially need. Yeah. What's Sacre Bleu? 75%. Use the blue 5 slot with the OHD ones and the gearbox with the bigger consumption, probably the custom. Custom gearbox probably doesn't have the amount of it's actually a lower consumption. Okay, so what are you where, like, what region are you at? What are you hauling? Well, let me ask you this, like, what are you what are you expecting from it? Like, what are your expectations of it, and then what are you hauling and where at? Just to kind of... It's French for wow. Oh. Exactly, W. Yeah, we would be paying for Intel, yeah, which I don't think I'll ever go back to Intel right now. They definitely, they'll compete right now, but I think AMD has their number right now on CPUs. I gotta turn. Yeah, I think the fuel miser has been pretty good on this truck. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know if I actually need the bigger engine. But then again, you're not really gaining too much. You're not really gaining too. I don't really think you're gaining crazy amounts of consumption or efficiency with this one over the bigger engine. I think it's like 0.5, which is not really that much in the grand scheme of things. But it's kind of cool to use. You have the miser on there? Yeah. I mean, that's just inflation though, dude. Like, inflation is kind of garbaggio right now. I mean, if you look at like a 4090 last year in September, 4090 last year in September was $1,800 to $1,900. Look what's a 5090 right now this year. Like 2025, right currently now, it's probably up around like $3,000. So like, yeah, I agree that the prices are absurd, but when you hold they basically, in essence, they kind of hold a monopoly and they just pick their price. And that's what NVIDIA is doing. They're just literally just saying, hey, if you want this, here it is. But the thing is, they know people will pay it. Like, I'm not for it. Like, I definitely am not a fan of, you know, these cards being so much, right? I actually was looking at a 9950 X3D, and that thing was like almost $1,000. I think it was like 800, and then I looked at it again the next day, and it actually went up to $1,000. Like, there's no way. I think I paid last year for my CPU. It was like, I'd have to look at the receipt because I filed it for taxes, but it definitely wasn't anywhere near that. Nowhere near that. That's why I use console. Yeah, I guess, like, but the only thing is, like, with console, like, graphically speaking, and like, I would say even if you're using mods, which I don't use, and I would say just for games in general, you're limited. Like, console limits you to what you can do. Like, there's no upgrading console that I know of. Like, when you play a game above 60 frames a second, do you know what I'm saying? And I think some consoles probably can run 120. I think somebody was telling me that, but I'm a console fan. I mean, I grew up on PlayStation my whole life. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't get 5 because at that point I was already into like computer gaming. I kind of been into computer gaming my whole life, but I was a console guy. But like once I figured out like what a CPU can, or what an actual like computer can do, like a built computer, it's kind of crazy. PS5 can run 120 Hz, can it? But not happy with every game and graphics settings will have to be turned down. Okay. So that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. You also need a subscription to play online with console. That's true. Which, that is terrible. Total PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live. Well, I don't think you have to be a streamer to care about frames per second. I mean, I think as a gamer, period, like if you're playing something that's choppy, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're being ripped off, of course. Yeah, we're definitely being ripped off. You expected him to be a bit slow, but when I hauled the drilling spare parts 4 slots, it was way slower than I thought. I traversed the quarry in Quebec to the Broken Gateway. Maybe it's the route. So here's what I kind of laid out in that review, is that the Mercer is going to be slow. I would say if you're diff locked, which it's probably in its strongest form is when it's diff locked. The Mercer is going to be slow. If you're using the custom gearbox, you only have 1 low gear, so you're going to be slowed down to a crawl. But it's probably not struggling at all. I mean, let me see if I have any pulling power tests for you to show you what I'm talking about. I might have some. Do I have some Mercer? I do. So, I mean, like, here's Mercer. Off-road gearbox. 4 metal beams up the test slope. And it did it. I mean, it walked right. I fast forwarded, but it walked right up there. It didn't do it as fast as like the Pacer 5070. I will say that, because at one point it actually stopped, and I had to wiggle the wheels a little bit, and then it just went. But I mean, it'll pull. It's not going to be very fast. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a very slow burn vehicle that has crazy collision mesh. Yeah, it's just one of those. That's kind of how I think I thought I laid that out in the video decently. I don't know if I wasn't very clear. My opinions on the EV truck by Slate. I'm not a super big fan of EV, to be honest. It also didn't empty its entire fuel tank. Yes, that's true. That's also a true statement. Low value and the roof rack sucks. Yes, Kane. And here's the reason why I'm not using the Mercer. I used the Mercer for this mission we're about to do right here. And I literally used that fuel tank and all the fuel on my roof rack to just literally get here on almost fumes. The last time I did this on normal mode. So that's why I'm using the Pinnacle, because I know the Pinnacle is, with especially the fuel miser, is very, very efficient, and he can get up to this point without just ripping through his gas tank, because, well, he has a big gas tank and is much more efficient than the Mercer is. So I could use like Step 310, but I really feel like Step 310 is a really efficient vehicle. I still feel like the Step 310, if the Mercer couldn't make it, with its like collision mesh and being able to go through some of that stuff up there, because it's very, very thick. If the Mercer couldn't make it, I don't think the Step 310 can make it without its gas tank just depleting. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm using this right now. So here's the thing, man, is like, people, like, the EV thing is like, if it's a hybrid, I would say okay. But for an EV, you have to find a place you can charge it. If you actually look at lithium batteries versus like, yeah, just look at lithium mining, what it does to the yeah, I don't know. The power from electric vehicles, yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, I'm just not a fan of EV. Nothing against anybody who has one. I'm just, I don't know. I'd rather just have a traditional vehicle, to be honest. I wouldn't want to like take a road trip in an EV and have to stop somewhere for like a half hour just to, you know, charge my vehicle. Does that make sense? I don't know. Is that a decent preference, maybe? You think I should use the fuel miser for the Pinnacle and a more? I will say this, Anwar, I think I've been using the fuel miser here since I started. You're going to get a tiny bit of fuel performance. It is like, I think the fuel miser is like a 7. Here, I'll actually show this. Just give me a second. No. I'll actually show this. I'll show the difference between the fuel miser and the actual. So, okay, so let's go. Here it is. So fuel miser is 7.0 consumption. This is 7.5. So like, it's very minimal. I'll say that. It's a very minimal buff. You're losing 10k torque, but to be quite fair, I haven't really thought I've been struggling losing 10k torque right now. Now, if I was using like the Mac defense, I don't think it's worth it. The Mac defense is a little bit heavier. Do you know what I mean? I think if you want to go like min-max, yeah, I think if you want to go min-max and RAR, yeah, absolutely. And then just use this custom gearbox like I'm using, and you're going to see like crazy fuel consumption when I'm going to get. It's extremely low, but it's totally up to you. Regardless of the engine you choose, it's going to perform pretty well. Yeah, I don't think it's going to, I think either engine's going to perform, to be honest. I haven't had any issues with using this. And I've been hauling, I mean, you can go back and look. I've been hauling crazy amounts of cargo with this. It's totally fine. I think it's just Quebec that made me think it was slow. It has been a while since I've been tough nap. I mean, like, here's the thing. The Mercer is a slow burn vehicle. That's kind of how like they built it, right? It's not like something that you just literally hit the gas, clutch bump, push into high gear, and it just runs, right? It's one of those things where it will get into high gear. I've gotten it into high gear even with overstack, and it will maintain it. But it's more of a vehicle that's like, I have amazing, or I would have, you know, amazing collision mesh, really nice big size tires, 49 inches, or big OHDs. And yeah, an engine that's not super strong, but OHDs kind of strengthen it. And it's just one of those vehicles that's just a grinded out. That's essentially what it is. It's not like a Tega or like a Voron type, you know, load it up, smack that high gear, and then just run it. It's just it's not how it is. I mean, like, look at this fuel consumption. Like, this is better than the Azov Atom, like, by far. Like, I'm not even hitting 3.0. 2.8 was my highest I hit there. 2.9. So, I mean, I don't know. With either engine, you'll have a good time. Actually, should I be going this way? Should I try to go through this? Maybe we should. I wonder if I should try to go through this place. Do I have Zing? Where's Zing at? Can I make this? Where's he at? Where's this like little cut through here? I think it's like right. It's here. I wonder though. I really wonder if I can get through here. I know he took the Kenworth through here, and he was just stuck all through here. I mean, the Kenworth crawls through it, but for the content, honestly, I would love to do this. I wonder. I wonder. Like, I want to just run up this hill right here. Actually, I kind of do, but I don't have any winch points to do anything like this. Going up this hill until I hit like here. Honestly, I probably could like enter somewhere like here and then just run it right up through here onto this path and then just push it, but no. Stuck there for an hour? No, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to go all the way around. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go all the way around. I might try this. We're going to try something different here. Yeah, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to try something different. I think I can do this. Oh, man. Back through this junk. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. I think going up this one way I'm about to go, I think you can. I've definitely done it. I think I did it in the Scout, pulling a trailer, so I think I can. This might not be a bad option. I know there's like... I probably could send it up this little slope here. Yeah, I probably could. I think I have on the PTS. It's just... That's kind of like nightmarish, trying to get up through there. What's up, Vision? Welcome in. No! Yeah, no. Let's not do that. I'm caught somewhere. District flipped in the narrowest spot. Oh no, that's not good. What am I stuck on? Okay. Oh, it's that boulder. But you know, you never flip right? No, that's not true. That's not true. We got one on the tally today. We got one on the tally. I probably could climb up this slope here, pending like winch spots. It would be... I'd be hard pressed to do it. I think it could work. They did. They made it very hard to get to this area. They definitely made it so you have to kind of like really... I mean, if I was in for like, down for the science of like looking how to exploit that, I probably could find something that's different. But, alright, let's go. But they definitely have like fortified this mountain for some reason. Okay, I have my spare parts, I have my oil. Wait. Is that oil? No, wait a second, that's not. Wait, is that not oil? I think that's fuel. Fall back here. Just fall back. Fall back. Yep, just fall back here. Yep, I got the wrong ones. Haha, isn't that something? Yep, now we're good. Dude, that would have been... I probably would have rage quit and went to work. I'm not gonna lie, I probably wish I have turned off the stream at that point. I appreciate that, Nen, thank you. Oh, let's see how we do. Let's see how the pinnacle does here. I've never taken this little left-hand turn, actually, up here. I've never found a reason to take this left-hand turn. Yeah, always check your cargo. I'm notorious for grabbing the wrong cargo type, especially when it comes to like fuel and oil barrels or spare parts. Any type of spare parts. You can flip it on level ground, no problem. If you can go fast enough, you can do anything on level ground. I kind of like this little like minimalist light bar. I mean, 2.4 gallons per minute. It's pretty good. Oh, your half-speed gearboxes, yeah. The game probably feels a little bit, I don't know. Off-roading feels, I think, a little bit, probably more realistic when everything's slowed down, because you would never go this fast through things, right? Zing, what happened? Did you get tied up? What happened to you? Oh my goodness. Have I just messed up? Oh. Let me take a look at this. What am I going into? Okay, that's all rock. Oh, I can do this. I think I can. That's gonna be tough to get up onto there. This is gonna be tough to get up onto this shelf here. That's gonna be really tough. You know what I wonder though? I would love to wonder if I could just go down through here and just carve right up through these trees. Or even like down through here. I don't know like what this looks like here. But you probably can come down here and go zip. Let's just do it. Oh, you're in the office. Ew. Yeah, I don't think I can actually go down that pipeline. I don't think there's like an actual way. Alright, guys. Yeah, I don't think I can actually get under that pipe or like navigate down there to do that. But, I think that's like a hard shelf up there. I think that's like a hard shelf. I don't think I can actually get up that way. I might have to... We might go up through here, dude. After I hit here, I'll figure out if I can just go northbound. If not, I'm actually gonna go through these trees up, and then I know I can get up here. I think that's what we do. I wish it was daytime out. It'd be great. Press that stuff, dude. Okay. Gotcha. So, I gotta swing this out wider. I take it. That's a little bit better, I think. If I can just grab that, yeah. Do I have to do a Jedi mind trick on you or something? Like, let's do this. It's gonna break. It's gonna break. It's gonna give. Maybe not. I gotta back up and do this again. I gotta go even wider. Wider. Let's go. We're gonna do this, guys. We're doing this. Oh, wrong one. Look at this consumption, though. It's insane. .1 is the top. I probably could winch here, yeah. I think I can slip through this. I think. This is to be determined here. Get the truck can get through, I can get through. Okay. Actually, this has to go there. Yep, just like that. Now I push straight through. GG's. Okay, this is the spot I want to get to. I want to see if I can actually scale this or no. Alright, what is my... Alright, let's... Nice. Okay, that's doable. That is not. So, with that being said, I do see a route here. What I can do is make this left turn down through this tree, curve up this way, and I'm pretty sure if I go like this, I think I can get up through there. That's the mission. Let's try it. Okay, this is what we need. Is this to pull myself down? Yep, keep myself grounded. Okay, cool. Now I need to go like this. Is that a... Yeah. Until I get myself angled downhill. I can let go now. Kind of not. Oh, what's going on here with this tree? Oh, I see. There we go. Jackknife. Is that still not working? No, it's not. Now we got it. Cool. Cool. Now we're good. Let's go here. Actually, I need to just pause. I need to make sure this is a hardened structure. Or a hardened... But then again, let's go like this. Yep, slingshot this stuff up. Then we do a little leapfrog action. The shortcuts. The shortcuts turn into long cuts. This is great. Guys, it's Friday. We're having a good time, I think. All right, let's see how I'm gonna actually work this turn out here. This is gonna be kind of challenging to get this. Actually, I probably can sneak this. Maybe. There's no way I could... I probably have to go around maybe like this. I think. And then maybe back down. Oh, I think I know what they gotta do. I know exactly what they have to do. This is gonna be a very odd maneuver, but yeah. So basically, I have to kind of like shimmy this trailer like forward. Like so. Yeah, kind of like that, but I have to do it again and be more precise. Yeah, much more precise, actually. Okay. Okay, now kick this end this way. Let's see here. I'm almost there, actually. So let's go like this. Let me go this way a tad. Just gotta clear my tire, which is kind of tough right now. Gotta be careful. This is so stupid. What a stupid thing. Did I even make it? I did, actually. This is so stupid. Oh, let's go. Land ho! Okay, cool. I think we're good. Kind of. I need to actually just do this though, because I still could fall over to my right-hand side. It's still definitely a thing. Off we go. So I think I missed. I'm gonna have to go all the way around now, but it's fine. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's a tough one, actually. I don't think I would take that again, but I think it's you can tell they definitely have fortified this mountain. Like, to take shortcuts, you really have to put yourself through some grief. Route runner, eat your heart out. That was a lot of maneuvering through trees. Lots. Should I get up here so I can actually use some high gear? District, you gotta add that one. Where's he at? Pineapple does belong on pizza, that is all. Appreciate that, Lessons. Trying to catch up with chat here. You know, I'm still torn. Back to the whole fuel miser versus like the straight up big engine. I mean, it's doing pretty well. He actually has a pineapple on pizza. That's funny. Blasphemy. Watch, I'm gonna get to the top and this is gonna be like service spare parts in my... Ouch. Not good. Snow runner. In the game of snow runner. Chat is about to be very divided. Oh. Wait, where do I go here? Straight? I guess we can go straight, sure. Whoa. I'm stuck in a tree. We almost got stuck in that tree. Look at that, dude. Just sent right into high. Out of first gear. I mean, there's not many trucks that go fast up here, I'll say that. Not many. You can check out Snow Render. Just take a gander. This place is thick. I would rather have a very efficient truck do this mission. Very efficient. Well, this one's efficient and it also has not very much collision mesh. Turn back. Dude, that's like those, you remember in Dawn? Like you'd go down into a mud pit and all of a sudden you'd flip over? That, right there, that's what that reminds me of. That is literally what happens in Dawn. What's up, Victor? Welcome in. GG. My goodness, man. My goodness. What a trek. I used what, 44% of my gas tank doing that? What a route, dude. Up here, over, through the trees, down, around the trees. Honestly, what I probably could have done is come up this way, straight up this trench. I've actually, you can, this is manageable. I've done this with scouts. Pulling that one trailer with the scout, I've done this every time. You basically go down here, you come up through here. These are all good winch points. And then like there's a small shelf here and there's winch points to get up here on this surface. It's actually a pretty decent route. Going back thinking about it, this would probably work. Because this is probably just the same trench like this is here, like it's mapped out. That could work. That could work, but... yeah, that could work. Well, and it's that time. I apologize, everyone. I cannot stay long today. It is very long work night tonight, so I bid you guys a farewell for the weekend. I will be back Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, it's hump day for me, yeah. I'll be back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be doing hard mode. I'll try to... I don't know if we'll finish in those 3 days, but we'll just... yeah, we'll just have fun, take our time, and just slowly churn through it. So, if I do not see you the rest of the weekend, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Go do something fun, hang out with family, friends. Be safe. And until next time, God bless and stay upright. We'll see ya.